When we're looking at income tax, it operates a lot just like our sales tax. We have two components of income tax, and the first is your income. That is the money that you're making, your wages, from a job, labor, or services. So I'm going to write that in here. What you are paid for labor, for services. Basically, it's a job. And then income tax is a tax on your income that is taken out. So it is a tax on your income, and it is taken out of your income. So to find income tax, we look at how much we are paid, and then we look at that income tax as a decimal, and we're going to multiply those two. And that's going to give us our income tax. But the big thing is, just like with sales tax, we have to be sure to turn that percent to a decimal. So the kind of taxes that get taken out, the types of income taxes is they take out Social Security so that when you get old, the government helps you with stuff. Medical bills and medicine. They also take out Medicare. Again, that's the health insurance for the elderly. And they take out your federal withholding, which is your federal withholding. That is the United States government keeps a portion to help run the government. So let's look at this example down here. Kevin is a photographer for a magazine. His annual income is $34,000, and his total income tax was 13%. What is the amount of income tax he must pay? Income tax is our key word that's going to tell us that we need to take this percent, turn it into a decimal, and then multiply. So 13% to a decimal, remember percent means out of 100, out of 100. So 13% divided by 100 in a calculator, or we could look at that 13% and see that this whole number ends in the 100ths place, and look at our place value. If we have 0 point number, this is our tens, tenths, this is our hundredths, this is our thousandths. So this 3 is going to go in our hundredths because it is a percent. 3, and then we bring it up to the decimal. So our decimal rate is 0.13. So we're going to look at 34000 times decimal 1 3. 3 times 0, 0, 0. 3 times 4 is 12, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 is 10. And then blank out a spot so you don't accidentally put a number there. 1 times 0, 0, 0 is 0, 0, 0. 1 times 4 and 1 times 3. And we're going to add those together. 0, 0. I will tell you, graph paper helps immensely with multiplication problems like this. All right, we have 1, 2 numbers behind the decimal. So 1, 2 numbers behind the decimal. And that is where our decimal point will go. So Kevin has to pay $4,420 in taxes. Let's look at these examples up top to the left. Mr. Clark is an app developer and earns wages of $3,500 per month. How much would his income tax will he pay if his income tax is 14.5? So income tax is our keyword here. And we need to turn this into a decimal. So 14.5%. And again, percent means out of 100, and this is going to go in our hundredths place. So if I look at my place value, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, the 4 has to go in the hundredths because it's our last whole number. So 4, 1, and I also have to make sure this 5 is in here. So 0.145. So I'm going to multiply that. 3,500 times 145. Ooh, I may run out of room here. 5 times 0 is 0. All right, tiny. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17. Leave a space. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14. Next, we're going to the third number, so we got to leave 2 spaces. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. And 1 times 3 is 3. Again, this would be a great opportunity to use graph paper to help keep your columns together. 7, that's going to be 10, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5. And we have, our decimal is here. So we have 1, 2, 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3 numbers. So our decimal is going to go here. So $507.50 is our taxes to be paid by Mr. Clark. If we look at Mrs. Johns, hers looks a little easier. Mrs. Johns is a teacher and earns wages of $3,200 per month. Determine her paycheck after income tax if she must pay 11%. So, determine her paycheck after income tax if she pays an 11%. So we're not just looking for the tax here. We want to know what her paycheck is going to be after her income tax. So first we need to find out what that income tax is going to be. So her wages are, well, first let's look at this percent. 11% is going to turn into, here's our hundredths place. So 0 point, boom, boom, tenths, hundredths. There's our whole number, and then we put that there. Oops. Go back. I'm just all over the place here. All right, so we're going to go 3,200 times 0.11. We have 0, 0, 2, 3. Leave a space. 0, 0, 2, 3, 0, 0, 2, 5, 3. Number, and decimal. $352 in taxes. So if we take out the income tax is subtracted. Income tax is subtracted. We have to pay that to the government, so we don't get to keep that. So we're going to take that $3,200 and we're going to subtract out the $352. Remember, we have to line up that decimal when we add and subtract. So we're going to have to borrow here. That becomes a 10, that becomes a 9, and that becomes a 1. Oh, still going to have to borrow. So 8, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, 8, and 2. So Mrs. Johns is going to be able to take home $2,848.